This is what I'm saying. Dragon Ball Legends 30th anniversary is coming up, and there's a lot of expectations coming from it. There's a lot of expectations coming from it. It's not gonna. It's not at all going to topple the first year. It could easily surpass the second year. It could. Here's the thing: the first year had an entire. Repeat this one more time to everybody. For the people in the front, the back, the people who's skimming through YouTube. The first year had an entire tournament before revealing the characters. The second year, just because of quarantine reasons, it just gave us the second year. It was kind of whack, but it was kind of cool. We're going to the third year, and it's pretty simple to kind of outdo. I think that they've already learned part of their lesson when it comes to things like this. But and here's the big thing here. But that doesn't mean Dragon Ball Legends is out of the clear from every aspect of it all. This is where I start kind of going away from third year anniversary here, and I'm going to slowly take step backs to kind of look at Dragon Ball Legends as a whole instead of just this little section. Because I could easily say this: Dragon Ball Legends is a good game, and it is. It's a good game. It's the characters that kind of like befuddle me a lot of the times. Like some of the decisions on characters that probably make sense, but not in the aspects of what they supposed to mean to me. Basically, to me, let me say to me, it's fine to get an LF character. That's dope. I don't mind it. I don't mind whoever the LF is going to be. It's obviously going to be a Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. Obvious. I have Chrono Crystal ready for him. He's my favorite fusion. I can't wait for him. Unless we go down the hero route, we probably shouldn't get some more fusion characters unless we're getting updates to basically old fusion characters. Or different versions of basically, you know what I mean. Would go basically how you expect Dragon Ball Legends to be. As in a game of its magnitude, you would expect it to eventually basically have the exact same character, but except an updated version of that same character. Things like that. It's clear that they're still testing the waters to be able to give us certain characters that can do certain things. Like personally, I've made the joke and I've said it. I think one dope thing to be able to have would be a Super Saiyan 3 Goku who can do the Dragon Fist. And that could be his LF. He could be a whole LF unit. That's an LF unit by itself. A Kid Goku from GT part that can go Super Saiyan 3. That's how it starts off Super Saiyan 3 or it can transform Super Saiyan 3. An Oob, a transforming Oob to me personally will be a wonderful addition to not only region, but also he could be, because he is Earthling. He is an Earthling at the end of the day. He could also vibe with, Yamcha, with the extreme Yamcha, Tien, and Krillin. That's all I'm saying when it comes to things of that. For a Oob, what a Oob could do. I'm just saying that it has a lot of aspects it could be good on. It has lots of it could be bad on. I'm more on the characters because I'm not saying the other modes are necessarily bad. Like, Tournament of Power is kind of cool, I guess. It's kind of cool. It's not the greatest thing. I know it's supposed to be having, like, other players on there. I think that's what Toshi said. We're supposed to be having, like, actual players on there instead of just the repetitiveness of just purely what? Play for, like, 2 minutes, maybe 8 because you walked away for 5 seconds and forgot about it. You were like, oh, fudge. This was going on, huh? It was good for video content. You wait till it get to 5 and then you just screen record, turn on some music and just let it play because there's nothing really you could do outside of pick where you go on the checkerboard. It wasn't really the worst idea. It was a pretty cool one, a pretty dope one. But I still would have preferred a World Tournament mode better. Like a certain other game did. It didn't do a World Tournament mode, but I know Dokkan did it, but I wasn't talking about Dokkan. I was thinking of Naruto Blazing. Reason of that is because it made up to the fourth year. It made up to the fourth year before it having to go down, sadly. I think that right there, to me personally, that was a good little thing that they had. They had the regular PvP where you play for a little, but then you had the Kage season, the Kage League season, where you get to get a new character for that. I think that would be dope for Legends to do something like that. Of course, it'll be like an exclusive character not everyone can summon for. It would have to go to top ranked type players. But then we kind of fall into what Blazing had its problem with, like too many things were going on like that. Of like, who wants to run into a PvP player that's really good? Like you have like an Itachi fully ready for a battle like that. Like who wants an Itachi who has all these abilities and all that? So I kind of get why they don't do it. It'd be kind of dope if they did for like a little bit. If they were like, it'd be like it happens like once every year. I think that'd be pretty dope. But we have a Tournament of Power, which, like I said, is pretty cool. Right now, I guess it's pretty cool. It's a bit lackluster to me because it is a bit on the boring side and the repetitive side to me right now. Other than that, we also have, what else? The big change, the little Legends Space Time. Oh boy, we used to get Chrono Crystals from that. That was a guaranteed 1,000 Chrono Crystals, guaranteed. Finish the whole thing, and then you get to get the what's the name, and then you're just ready to go out and use the tickets that you got from it. Do the little summoning. Do it 2 times, and then call it quits. That's how I got Super Vegito to 7 stars. Was that little event right by itself gave me that character so many times. I had him from 2 stars to 7 stars quickly. Same with Goku. Same with my what's the name? What's his name? What is your name? What is your name? The other first year characters, basically. They all, like a lot of the first year characters that have like big stars like that. It's because of that event. Because of that summoning from that event. Other than that, the game's changes aren't really necessarily bad. It's only bad when you kind of look at how good it felt when you first had it, and how many people actually engaged in it. How many people told you this is a must do? Like, this is a must if you can't. Like, you used to be able to get Chrono Crystals kind of easily back in the olden days, and it was, let's be honest, it used to be easy for you to do, to get in the old days, to get like certain Dragon Ball Legends. You have a better chance at getting the characters, what I'm trying to say, I'm sorry. You have a better chance at getting them. But, it's not really like that anymore, and it's fine. It really is. It's fine. It's not nothing to cry home about, but it is something that I do miss for Legends. It is something. Other than that, it's as we're getting closer to this this next chapter for Legends, I don't know. I feel like some of the same problems will always be there, like the aspects of character wise. I think that Legends does, I guess, okay character wise, I guess, because I don't really think that they do the greatest at timing of getting a new character out. I think sometimes they have a too quick method sometimes. Like, they're too quick to give us another character to add on to what we already have, which it was prevalent. It was very prevalent year 2. It was very prevalent year 2. We all knew it, because it was like it basically was Future and God Key and Fusion was running the meta. Those 3 by themselves was running the meta. Those three tags by themselves was the top people going at it with each other. They Zenkai'd some characters that I didn't think needed the Zenkai, and I could have proven it. And let's be honest, I'm not saying the Zenkai is bad. Like Android 18, I don't say needed. I don't. I mean, not, I wouldn't say needed. I. It was great to give her one. It was great. She needed it. I wouldn't agree too much for like Gohan. I don't know, but Gohan to me, even with me using him, I showed that he didn't when I brought him into battle. And yeah, people will say, well, you fought him with a low star, but you realize that you were at the beginning level still. If I'm still wrecking havoc when I should be losing with a character that you say needs a Zenkai, if I could wreak havoc with this character, still with him not being 7 stars, only 2 stars. Okay, the problem is what? I'll putting other characters in the game. I'm sorry, putting basically the same character in the game multiple times is never bad. It's never bad in a game like this. It's never bad. It only becomes bad when the timing wise it doesn't fully match up yet. I'll use Goku Black for example. The 2 Goku Blacks that are still, may I say, and nobody can say I'm lying here. You can't tell me the Green Goku Black is a bad character. He may have certain aspects that don't make him as good as the purple one, but that doesn't mean that the purple one needed to come out necessarily. May I repeat, needed to come out. Zamasu did perfectly fine by himself. I'm lying, no he didn't. He did perfectly fine with the Goku Black. You could have also added the red one, or you could add one of the Zenkai ones and you would have been fine. The problem is, and here is the problem. You gave him, it's not that you gave it to us, it's that it felt like you were replacing the wrong character. Because I guess in a sense, you know what, no, I'm actually saying it on both fronts. I feel like they gave him to us a little too early, and because the green one was still wreaking havoc, and he still is. By himself, he can be a solo main. If a character can be a solo main, I don't think they need a necessary someone to back them up. Like how Ultra Instinct Goku, technically in a sense, yeah, health-wise, he's not really the most tankiest of characters out there. He can't really take too many hits out here. But that doesn't mean he lacks anything. The man has he has basically 2 vanish gauges in a sense. So of course I'm gonna look at this and say he doesn't need a mastered version already. Like, he's still a top meta character by himself, so I don't think he needs a what's it called? I'm trying to think of what's it called. I don't think he needs a necessary another backup. I don't think he needs another character that's basically the same character, but except he does this, that, and the other. This character covers up what he couldn't do because of this. The character, we don't need it already yet. A lot of people are rushing it in Dragon Ball Legends. Sometimes they do really good. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that Dragon Ball Legends is lacking on every aspect. It's not lacking on every aspect. It's lacking on certain aspects at certain times. Zenkai's handing them out to certain characters, it's not really... Don't get me wrong, it's a hit or miss at times. Zenkai characters like Beerus was okay, makes sense. He wasn't really too good on Arrival compared, because he was good on Arrival, but he got stomped very quickly by a certain Broly. And then Broly, after a while, he was broken. He was breaking the game. People kept running into him. People were tired of running into Broly. And now you see this character, he puts the same fear that he used to put in people. Not everyone has the perfect counter for him anymore, like they used to. We don't have a character that was supposed to be the perfect counter that fell out of everyone's mind because he didn't do his job properly. Because they didn't level him correctly to be able to take on Broly the way he did do. But I mean, it's fine, I guess. It really is. It's not really nothing bad with it, nothing necessarily wrong. But that's what happened. Other than that, what else? There's also the one minor little issue. It's minor. Matchmaking in PvP. Matchmaking is an upright disaster at times because it doesn't really necessarily give you the correct people to go against every now and then. It'll, like, sometimes it will for some people, but most times you will go against someone that's higher than you most times. And I don't know what it is for, like, for me. Right now, no matter what aspect you look at, from two different fronts, kind of low. I have 3 accounts. All 3 accounts, when it comes to PvP, are kind of low. I'm not on 50 yet on my JP account because I keep stopping, or I just do bad and I just stop playing for too long. No matter what the reason is, I stop. And that's my problem, is that I'm not continuing on, even with the losses, just continuing on playing to eventually getting 50 so I can at least say I did that. I may get up to 40, that's easy. I can get somewhere in between close to it, but then I eventually slow it down, and you can obviously tell. But the matchmaking for PvP is just abysmal. It just upright is. Some people you go against, you would probably wonder how come they're not top tier yet. They're not at the point where they should be, like, a levels above me. I think the matchmaking should be a complete either slight balance. That's only a minor thing. It's minor because who wants to play when you get completely outranked easily? No one wants to go against someone like that you're level 30, but then you go against someone who's level 37. Like, you don't want to go against that. Like, you don't want yours to say 30 and theirs is 37. That's 7 above you. That's not a simple 1 win and then you just boost all the way up to 7. That's like maybe 2. That's maybe 2. Maybe. If the game is gracious enough to give you that. So, I don't know. I feel weird about it. That's just my thing. When it comes to PvP matchmaking and all that. I don't really like too much for it. I don't really like too much of it. But that's kind of things I kind of wish would get a little bit better when it comes to after 30 year. Basically, the chapter of 30 year finally opens up. I want a lot of things to be fixed when it comes to characters. I want them to actually help out a little bit more with the Zenkais, to go to characters who, not for a short span, for a larger plan span of using. I've seen people who can use Zenkai characters who really aren't really that good. I've seen people do it. Majin Buu, for example. I wouldn't say he's a top tier Zenkai character. Wouldn't say that. Would never say that. But you can't lie. If you have the correct team and you really know what you're doing, you can run rampant. Oh, matter of fact, you don't even have to have the correct team. If you know what you're doing, you can run rampant. You can run rampant. It is how it is. That's how it is. Other than that, characters coming out That's another thing. When the characters do come out, you have to understand this. If we have a character already out that covers for a tag already, I don't think we should have one that comes out already before this character is even semi out of the meta. If there's still a top tier meta character, I don't think we need someone to add on to it just that quick already. Especially if it's basically the same character, or if it has like certain aspects that's supposed to feel the other one was lacking. That's all I'm saying. It's just like little rants about Dragon Ball Legends and going into the third year. I can't wait for the anniversary. I'm still gonna summon. It don't really matter what I really say right now. I'm still gonna summon. I was just telling you all my problem with it. If you sat through it, thank you. If you didn't, that's fine. I was thinking about playing the little Power Rangers game, where all the other characters in there. I was thinking about doing that, but I don't know. I'm playing Grand Summoner, trying to get the Kill la Kill character, at least one of them. I ran about that another day, because oh boy, I got something to say about that. Also, one other thing. My Hero Academia. Strongest Hero. 2 days now. Your boy's finna get the game. I pre-ordered and everything. We ready. And then Ultra Impact coming out too. Ooh. I'm gonna be stacked on games, bro. Again. I'm probably gonna have to delete stuff though. But yeah, here we go. Thank you all for watching me talk about basically 30th anniversary. I'm probably gonna do a part 2 later on. Probably today, probably tomorrow. Who knows? Thank you all for watching. Bye bye.